Hello Drafting 1. We are doing the assignment 1.4 2-point perspective today. So go to Canvas, go to the assignment, click on the link to Google Slides to bring you here. When you get here, then you're going to make a copy. You're going to call that copy your name -1.4. On each page you'll see a drawing. You're going to draw the same object but as a 2-point perspective. Construction lines will be drawn with 1-point black lines and object lines with 3-point red lines. The first thing you do before you start drawing is to draw your horizon line and vanishing points. And actually I already have one vanishing point here, but let me draw the horizon line. Okay, get it right on that. And then we're going to draw another circle to be our other vanishing point. So to do that, go to the shape, click circle. Okay, so you can just eyeball it. It doesn't matter if it's perfectly round, but if you want it perfectly round, hit the Shift key. And then put some color in it so you can easily see it. We're going to begin drawing the vertical line. In 2-point perspectives, height lines are vertical. Width lines are vanishing lines that go to the left, and depth lines are vanishing lines that go to the right. So let's first draw this line right here. So I'm going to draw it kind of in the middle, like so. It doesn't have to be any particular height because remember that perspectives cannot be drawn to scale. I'm going to change it to red and change it to 3-point because this is an object line. Now we're going to draw vanishing lines. So to do that, we're going to start at each point of our vertical line, and we're going to draw lines at the top and bottom going to each of the vanishing points. So that is giving us a line to record the width and depth on. Okay, so now that we have those drawn, let's click on the red line, and that will transfer its properties to the line that we draw next. So then click line. I'm going to draw from here and go over. Now this is the same depth, and the height and depth are the same, but it's going to look a little smaller because it's further away and this is perspective. Okay, when you draw vertical lines, don't forget to hold the Shift key so you can have it perfectly straight. And then finish off at the top. Okay, so now we have the first plane for the side view. Now let's draw this next plane for the top view. So I am drawing a vanishing line going this way. And I'm going to start the other vanishing line from over here. And the reason I do it there is so I can look at this and calculate how big it should be. And so that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm clicking the red so I can draw a red line again because now I am I'm darkening the part of the construction line that I want to be an object line. Now we're going to draw vertical lines. And I'm drawing these with a thin black line because I haven't determined how tall they should be. Actually, I meant to. Let me delete it and start over. So, thin black line going straight up. Hold the Shift key to make it straight. Looks like I didn't do that right. Okay, that one's better. Alright, so now we are going to determine how tall it is. And I'm going to do that by drawing a vanishing line from the right side. I'm coming over. I'm going to eyeball it because this should be twice as high as it is wide. Then I'm going to click on the red line so I can draw a red line, and I'm going to darken in these object lines. I'm going pretty quickly here because these videos are only 15 minutes because I'm using the free version. So I'm going to try to get in 2 drawings per video. Now we're going to do vanishing lines to get the top, the last top view. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to start from the right, and now we're going to determine the depth. And once more, it's square, so just make it look square to you. Okay, so select a red line. Now we're going to draw on top to get our object lines. And we don't have to measure anything else because we know this is vertical, so come straight down until you run into that last vanishing line. And then you just connect these 2 points, and we're done with the first one. Before we move to the second one, we're going to make our time go a little faster here. We're going to select the vanishing point, hit Shift, select the next vanishing point. I got the vanishing line. No, I didn't. Okay, so I'm going to keep trying to select all of these. Okay, so maybe it's easier to draw them. Okay, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to select this one, Control, select this one, Control C. I'm going to move to the next slide, Control V. And now I'm going to copy this one, Control C, Control V, and move it to the end. Moving, it's easier said than done sometimes. Okay, so now while these are easier to select without any vanishing lines on it, I'm going to get all of these, Control C. I'm going to go to all of my other drawings and paste. So that I will be ready to go with those. Then let's come back up to this drawing. Okay, so now let's start with the middle again. I'm going to draw a line right over here. I'm going to go a little bit to the right this time. I'm going to make it red and 3 points. I'm going to let go, and now I'm going to draw those vanishing lines. 2 to each side. Okay, so now I'm going to select the red line so I can draw a red line. I'm going to draw what I think the depth should be on top of that vanishing line. Now I'm going to do the vertical line, the height, and now the line for the depth. Next, I'm going to draw a vanishing line from here to here, and then one from the right side, and it's going to be, make it square. And neither one of these were supposed to be red lines. I didn't let go of the others, so I'm going to go back and just change it very easily. Black and 1 point, and I don't have to redraw them. Now I'm going to select the red line and draw object lines. Okay, so this is very similar to the last one, only we've got a few extra steps. Select it and go straight up. Select this point and go straight up. And now we're going to come from the right, from that vanishing point, and determine the height. Then we're going to select the red, draw over each of these. Deselect the red so we can draw some vanishing lines going this way. And then we're going to do the one from the right that determines the height again. And then we're going to darken those in. I'm going to select, that's not quite deep enough, I can move it. So I'm going to select the red and draw my object lines. Okay, now I'm going to deselect the red, draw some vertical lines. That one is lined up, so I can leave it. But if yours isn't, then you just draw a new one. And I'm going to draw a vanishing line here. I'm going to make it look square, and that shows me where I need to draw my object lines. Whoops, I didn't mean to grab that one. Let me try again. Select the red, select the line, okay, because of the point of view, we're not going to see a whole lot of this top plane because it's getting really high. It's getting close to the horizon line. If anything goes above the horizon line, then you won't see the top at all. Come over here and make it look kind of square. It's going to be more diamond shaped because of the view we're seeing it. Click on the red so we can draw our object lines. One more on that plane. All right, and just like before, we're going to grab this top point, come straight down until we run into that vanishing line, and then we're going to do this one, and we are finished. So now we have 2 of the drawings for this assignment done, 4 more to go. So I'm going to start another video for drawing number 3.